Hey, what's going on? Okay, so I'm back with a Scorpio moon and Scorpio moon compatibility. Like, can y'all believe it? Can y'all believe that I actually made it to freaking Scorpio moon compatibility? Y'all probably was like, girl, hurry up, okay? Okay, let me just go here and say this. Scorpio moon and Scorpio moon compatibility is one like no other. Okay, so if you watch the rest of my moon sign compatibility videos, you will see and you will understand that when I talk about conjunct moons or moons in the same signs, okay, degrees is a whole other thing. Okay, it's similar but different too, you know, depending on it's the effect of it, and you know, you matching it in the houses and things of that nature. But I usually talk pretty good about conjunct moons because everybody wants to be understood by the person that they're in a relationship with. Like, bottom line, what y'all want me to say? And it's one thing, yes, that understanding can happen too when there is conjunct sun signs, but I just kind of feel like it's completely different when it's conjunct moon signs. I just feel like it takes it to a whole other level. It takes away or adds to the compatibility because moon is talking about unconscious and conscious understanding, personal space, feelings, emotions, right? And no, while we don't want people to dominate or control our emotions for us, we do like to have some sort of camaraderie, feeling like some sort of personal feeling, some sort of, you know, like closeness there that you can get with the moon signs. Scorpio moon compatibility is no different. The reason why I say it's like no other, because it can become, or it can be very intense. You know, it's deep. They will feel like there's finally somebody that understands the way that they are, their mood swings, their need to test the faithfulness and commitment within the relationship. Okay, because all of this is important. And usually when Scorpio moon is involved with other moon signs, especially ones that's not really compatible with the way that they do things, it can, you know, it can get a little icy and dicey. So, and or they, like, the person they're in a relationship with don't understand sometimes. And so having another Scorpio moon, it solves a lot of that. It solves a lot of those issues because at the end of the day, one Scorpio moon to another, they're gonna know, like, okay, so this is what my partner is looking for, and if I don't know what my partner is looking for, when I get the reaction that I do from them, this is what it means. So it's a very natural, intuitive flow here. They really don't have to do much communicating. Like, even if they're a couple where their sun signs require some sort of communication, or they appear surfacely, like they communicate a lot, you know, about surface things or superficial things or whatever, no, they're going to take their relationship with each other very serious. And, you know, behind closed doors, or when they're interacting with each other, there is a more sacred experience. They both get that the other one don't want the business aired all out to everybody, to family and stuff. They're gonna get that one may give the other one a piece of information or two to see what they're gonna do with it. Okay? They get the other one's extreme pickiness. But it's like I said, they don't need to communicate certain things. They're all about the eyes, making eye contact. They don't want to just hear you talk about something. They want to, you know, they want to see you do it. So they're willing to show up for each other in that way. They naturally speak and communicate with their eyes and their feelings. Like, they understand each other's feelings. They just have a natural rapport. Whatever they're interested in, because really it can vary depending, you know, dealing with the sign of Scorpio. But whatever their interests are, you better believe that you may not know about it. It could be something that you find out that they're both into later that you didn't know, or that they've been working on, or their hobby, or just them, the inner workings of their relationship, you didn't know. Like, they show that to close friends. Like, they do like friends that they can trust. they will show up for them, and they like family too. Okay, so this could be a very family oriented couple, you know, but they do sometimes, well, they have this understanding with each other, like, okay, well, if family's getting in the way of our relationship or whatever, we might have to cut them short. We might have to like draw some lines and boundaries with them, you know. So these two are going to put their relationship first, really, but they have to maybe establish some level of trust with each other first to see if that's something that they're willing to do, if they should make these important, significant changes in their lives to do so. Now, these two with each other understand this, but Scorpio moon with other signs may not. Okay. Where this goes wrong, y'all know I always say this, I like saying this, tell me to stop saying this, but I can't help it. The same things, the same reasons why they go together good is the same reasons why they would clash. You know, they know too much about each other. I feel like their unwillingness to communicate situations when something is wrong, when, you know, a situation happens and they begin to be stubborn about it instead of discuss it, or instead of try to see what the problem is, they'll tend to either overlook it or manipulate the situation between each other, run some type of strategy, just be too stubborn to bend, you know, never really getting down to the bottom or the root cause of what's wrong with the other. There could be, when one or both of them are mad at each other, it could be very, you know, there could be arguments, emotional intensity behind these arguments, and maybe taking time to not speak to each other. But once they apologize to each other and make up and can move past it, then they will do a lot of makeup intercourse, if you know what I'm saying. All right, because these two are passionate together, emotional together, they're experienced with each other. You know, when they go to the next level, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, behind closed doors, it could really be like a out of body experience for both of them, because they want to connect on just non-physical level. It's physical, but they want to be non-physical. Like, when we get up and we done and we not around each other, you still feel me, you still feel my soul. Like, it's a bonding there that takes place between the two of them that other signs may not understand, and they know the significance that it is between them two and what it could bring to the intimacy that it could bring into the relationship. They, you know, so it's important to them, you know, and they both gonna understand that. But like I said, the biggest thing here is the fact that they know each other. They know each other's strategies and moves. They could be stubborn. And because of this, in this being the sign of Scorpio, it could go wrong too. It could be the reason why they are not together. You see what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's something that a Scorpio will understand. And I feel like, to some extent, some aspect of their life, like their emotional life, or depending on what house their moon signs are falling in with each other, there's this changes that happen from being involved with each other. Okay, but other than that, this is a natural compatible, these are natural compatible signs. And I think the difficulty is that Scorpio, in the moon involving Scorpio is difficult, because the moon doesn't really like being in the sign of Scorpio. But I feel like, and because of that, you know, it can be situations that arise between these two to where they have to change in order to be together, you know, and emotionally it can be turbulent. So if you're willing to make certain changes instead of being stubborn, and you know, it could work pretty good. And especially like if you guys catch each other at a mature state, when you're at a mature age, or you're able to handle conflict and your emotions differently, you know, because it's already going to be some pretty intense situation and experiences that you two could have both had in coming together. You know, it can be hard. Like, one can feed the other's negative energy, or, you know, negative outlook towards life or certain things, and it could be like spiraling out of control. You know, it's when one gets addicted to something, it's very easy for the other one to do so too. So you have to really be mindful of this when coming together. But other than that, yes, there's a natural understanding here, and you just have to work through your shortcomings, or like difficulties and emotional difficulties and emotional turbulence, and transform those feelings. All right. Okay, this has been Scorpio on Scorpio moon sign compatibility. I'm Butterfly to light.